Hi everyone, my name is Rachel. Welcome back. And if you're new here, thank you for watching my video, and I hope that you will enjoy this enough to like and subscribe to my channel because I have a lot of fun videos ahead that's coming up and I'm excited to show you. So in today's video, I am working on fall and Halloween crafts. So let's go ahead and get started with our first craft. In this first craft, I have this wood blank. For those who are interested to know, it's about 8¼ by 2½ and probably about a ½ inch thick. So what we're going to do is I found this really pretty ribbon from, let me see here, let me go ahead and pull it up. I found it from Michael's, and I really thought this is a really cute fall ribbon. In fact, I'm going to bring you in another craft we'll be doing next. It's going to match kind of this blue theme that I'm going with for part of today's video. I am doing an iron-on project, so I'm going to turn on my mini easy press, and I'm going to turn it on to the second little wiggle line or wavy line, and because I'm using iron-on glitter, and I find that this setting works really well for that setting. And I'm also going to turn on my heat gun and get that start to work here, and because I'm adding the ribbon on both sides of my block here, and then I'm also going to add some twine to it as well. So I need to get that heated up. While both of those are heated up, I actually want to go ahead and add my ribbon first, but the hot glue gun is still warming up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and weed our glitter iron-on first. And the reason why I chose the glitter iron-on as the type of vinyl I wanted to use is because I really like to use iron-on for wood. Just to me, it works really nicely. I also like this glitter iron-on. I couldn't find it in a regular vinyl, and that's my easy press that just told me that it's ready to be ironed on. So I couldn't find something like this in a regular vinyl, and also the font that I wanted to use is a relatively small font. So when you work with intricate fonts with regular vinyl, it's really hard to weed out, or at least for me it is. Maybe for others it is not that difficult. Let me actually put it the right way here so that way you can see it a little bit better. But I don't know, I always struggle with intricate cuts, and actually, yeah, I had it the right way. I just always struggle with it, so when I can, I will use iron-on over regular vinyl, especially when I'm working with wood. So let me go ahead and weed out my middles. This is probably one of the last videos that I will be creating for fall, just because if you watched my other video with my craft haul, I'm putting up Christmas decor early this year, so I'm going to be working on Christmas decor before I here in the next couple weeks. So here it is. It's just something sweet, something cute, fall, sweet fall. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to add my ribbon to, and it doesn't have any wire on it, which is fine. It actually will make it a little bit easier. And I'm actually going to go ahead and get out my measuring tape just to make sure that I am equal on both sides. So I just have this cute little bumblebee. I got it from Hobby Lobby, and I thought it was cute. And actually, I'm not a sewer, to be honest, but I really like this concept where you just quickly or just hit the button and it winds up for you. So I like that. But anyway, okay, so let me see. My my glue gun is ready, and I'm just gonna kind of eye it up where I want it. Let's see. Make sure it's straight. Okay. And I'm just wrapping it around here. And you will actually see that my glue gun has a black glue stick in there. And it was a project that I was working on, and I wanted to use a black glue stick for it. And I'm now just trying to get it to run through its course so that way I can get rid of the black in there. I should probably use this. I have a couple of hot glue guns, and I probably should have just used that. But since we're not going to see the back of this, I'm not too concerned. All right, so let me carefully put that on there. Oop, kind of got it on there, but that's okay. So, and of course you can adjust it. All right, so I like that. In fact, I might not even add the second one. I might just have it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I add the second one? I might actually have to pull it over a little bit for it to. That might be too much. I actually kind of like it off centered a little bit. I think that's cute. Yeah, so we'll do that. We won't use that. We'll maybe use it for another one. And then I have this twine that I thought would be kind of cute to wrap around it. So I'm just going to apply my heat gun to it. Okay. When I say heat gun, I mean my hot glue gun. I don't know why I'm in the habit of saying that. I don't usually use a heat gun, so I'm going to carefully wrap it, and I'm going to wrap it, I don't know, 3 times. Let me see how it looks. Wrapped around 3 times. Nope, I like it twice around. That's good enough. All right. So I just will cut that off, move this twine away because we don't need it for, well, we might use it for another project, but I think this should be good to go. Okay, super cute. So now what we'll do is we will go ahead and iron on our Fall Sweet Fall. In fact, actually, let me go ahead and get some parchment paper because I don't want and I need a, well, I don't need a, I was thinking I need my heat press mat, but I don't. But let me go ahead and get a parchment paper so I can protect my painted surface. I got some parchment paper. I have it in this folder I got from a long time ago, and to be quite honest, I don't remember where I got it. But I have several scraps in here, so I just kind of use with what I need. This one works just fine. Okay, move that aside. Let's go ahead and, well, let's just get it placed here. All right. Just put Fall, Sweet Fall, and I'm just trying to get it centered and lined up as possible. Looks like it's going downhill just a slightly. I just need to fix that. What do you guys think? Looks good? Yeah, I think it looks good. All right, I'm just adding this parchment paper, and I'm going to go ahead and turn off, actually, you know what? No, I'm going to need my hot glue gun for other things. So I'm going to push that aside. I'm just going to use it now. My mini press is all set. It's turned green. So now I just got to apply a little bit of pressure to my decal here. And it says to move it around for 30 seconds and a cool peel. So I am just going to put some pressure, a firm pressure. And actually, I feel like glitter iron-on usually works pretty good. You don't have to put a whole lot of pressure. So again, you're just moving around. You don't want to stay in one area. Just keep it moving. And again, font information, it will be in the description box. It's just a font. I believe I had purchased this one from Design Bundles. I don't know. I can't remember, but it will be noted in the description box if you like this font. I have over 1,800 fonts. I'm a little obsessed with fonts. So, okay, looks good. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn it around and put it on my board here to draw out the heat so we can work a little bit faster, just because I'm a little impatient when it comes to all things crafting and I want to see the end result. Kind of reap the benefits here. Yeah, iron-on glitter is it's perfection. I love it. And look how sweet that is. Oh, I love it. Fall, sweet fall. And it will just sit up like this somewhere. And I didn't paint the sides. In fact, I might have to, I didn't even see that when I was painting earlier. So I might have to paint, or might have to sand that down, and then it will be just fine. But I like not painting the sides just because I like how it gives dimension. In fact, if I have to sand this down, I might try to sand around here just to kind of give it the rustic feel. But we'll see. We'll see how it looks. I don't want to ruin, my iron-on. But yeah, I thought that looks cute. And it's just going to sit somewhere and be part of my home decor. All right, that's the first craft. Let's go ahead and move on to the next iron-on project. This pumpkin is from Target. It's their Mondo Llama brand, and you can actually hang them on the wall, or you can set it up and have it as a table decor. So I'm going to go ahead and weed this. I just thought this was so different. Usually see it's love, if you can't already tell already. And I just liked how it's a different type of decor for fall, to be honest. You don't see this kind of design everywhere. And I'm just trying to think outside the box here when it comes to adding my decor. You can only say hello fall so often, or hello pumpkin, which actually happens to be my next one. But just something I just saw it in Design Space. This is a Design Space. I think, so that's not something. Oh, I think I might have peeled up is that the one that comes up? Nope. Let's see here. It's the next one over. This one's a little hard to see, if I'm being honest. And then we'll peel up this next one. There we go. Then we got one over here. Be careful not to peel up the wrong one, as I was just about to do. And I can't determine. Oh, yeah, there is. Nope. Luckily, this is a little bit forgiving, so if I accidentally peel up the wrong one, it lays back down pretty nicely, so that's a nice little win there. And unfortunately, I don't have this up on my computer right now, so I can't remember the parts that you peel off, and I think there's a little center there, but I think it might be just too small that I'm not even I'm just moving my weeding tool over to see if I can peel it. Nope, I can't. So we'll just leave it as is. Okay, so I'm a little nervous with this design if this is going to be too dark for that. And actually, no, it's not. Oh, this is exciting. All right. So let's see here. Let's try to eye it up as best as possible and get it centered and try to get it straight here. This is what I like about iron-on is you can move it around if it's not completely centered. You can just lift it up and move it. You're not committed to it. Now, of course, you could, if you're using regular vinyl, you could use the, excuse me, the parchment paper. So this looks good to me. And again, I'm going to bring back my parchment paper and I'm going to go ahead and iron this on using my Easy Mini Press. If you guys don't have this in your craft stash, this Easy Press, go get it. It is, I don't even make commission off this stuff, but I absolutely love this. And I have a, it's not, I don't think it's, it might be the 9x9. I have that one. Then I actually have a clamshell and I love that. And to be honest, I don't use my 9x9 mini Easy Press. I just use this one and I use the other one. And that is all that I need. And this little one is just amazing. At first I thought this was not worth the buy, but the more I crafted, the more I realized this is totally worth it. Just because you get projects like this, or if you are working on a baby shirt, like a onesie or a toddler shirt, and you don't want to use your bigger heat presses, then this works wonders. Okay. This should be good to go. I don't know if this is 30 seconds, but this just glitter iron-on always just works really well for me. So I really love glitter iron-on. Okay, so I'm going to turn it around, try to draw out that heat. Okay. Still pretty warm here. Just put it on my cool surface. It helps cool it down a lot quicker. And let's test to see. Yeah, see, it's just coming up really nice. There we go. Oh, thought maybe this was peeling up. It's not. Look how sweet that is. I really like it. And again, it pairs really well with this. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next one. In fact, we are going to do another iron-on and then we're done with the heat press. We have this pumpkin, so we have the same pumpkin, but I'm going to put them in different areas of the house, but I kind of like the theme that I have going on here. So I'm going to put, I have two different fonts or two different vinyls for this pumpkin in particular. So we're going to go ahead and do this one, and then we can turn off my mini press. So let's go ahead and move these to the side here, and we'll move on to this one. Let's go ahead and weed out. It's just going to say hello pumpkin. And of course, it seems fitting for what I'm ironing it onto. And again, kind of going with the theme of this copper glitter iron-on. And this is not Cricut brand. This is, I think this was Oracle or Seiser. It might have been Seiser. Let me throw that away. Weed out my middles. All right. And this also was an SVG as well. Now, this is not iron-on. This is just regular good old vinyl. And just because I had this right near me when I was cutting out my vinyl, and I thought, well, I could just use regular vinyl for the hello. And again, this is a Cricut Design Space SVG, so I don't know the font. I don't have font information for this one. In fact, this was a little bit wider than it's showing right now, but I had to shrink it just because of my size. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to iron on first because I don't want to get my regular vinyl heated up and then potentially ruin my design here. And then my purpose, or my goal for this one was for it to be centered. I thought about having it a little off-centered here and then, so kind of like this and have hello here. But I actually really like it to be centered. I thought that's a little different instead of having it right justified. So I'm going to try to get it to be centered on the pumpkin. And let's see here. That looks good. All right. So I'm going to commit to it. Put my parchment paper over it. And iron it on. Now again, if you do this, if you have iron-on paired with a regular vinyl, again, I would recommend ironing on your glitter iron-on or whatever, your HTV first, and then apply your vinyl, because I don't know how much heat this vinyl can withstand, and you don't want it to start to melt or warp or anything to that effect. So that is why I would recommend ironing your vinyl first, your HTV first, before you move on to your regular vinyl. Normally, I don't pair HTV with regular vinyl. I usually just, if I'm doing HTV, I do it for all. But again, I just happen to have this scrap and it was right there. So I thought, why not just use that? All right, so I'm going to turn it over to draw out the heat. And then I will peel up the carrier sheet and then apply my hello decal to my pumpkin. Okay. It's a little warm, but it should probably peel off pretty good. Oh, I love it with the white. It really stands out. Kind of makes me wish that I didn't do the navy or that blue and had the whole thing white and use that. But either way, I still like it. Okay, so let me go ahead and get out some scrap transfer tape. And I think what I'll do is I will put that here. And I have a little bit left over, which I could probably transfer this without an issue, but just for the sake of not wanting to mess up my decal here, let's see, I think I might layer it. You've seen me do this before just to save on transfer tape. All right. So let's go ahead and burnish the front and the back. Now I've had issues working with this particular vinyl, the Oracal 651, and I just hope that I don't have the same issue that I've been having. Everyone just really likes it, and then, to be honest, if I wasn't filming, I probably would not be using this type of vinyl because it just, to me, doesn't transfer really well. And maybe they just, when I bought it, they were just old, and or maybe it was just a bad batch. So, well, that actually did pretty good. So good. I'm glad. All right. So now what I want to do is add my hello, and I want to put it centered and straight above my pumpkin, the word pumpkin, and try to get it as straight and centered as humanly possible, which that actually, if you don't push it all the way down, you have the opportunity or a chance to lift it up and recenter it, because a lot of times it will just stay on there. Whoops. I'm going to take that part off. I don't need that. And which is nice. But sometimes you're committed. It just, unfortunately, you have no choice but to commit to that. All right. And there we go. What do we think? Look how pretty that is. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay. All right, craft number 3 down. Let's go ahead. I think I got a few more to do, and I'm going to introduce to you guys something new, so I'm super excited. So let's go ahead and move on to the next craft. And now we're going to work on our next craft, and I had showed this in my last craft haul that I had bought a bunch of these wood rounds, and I think they're about 5 inches in diameter. And I had purchased a lot of these, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but I know with this one, I'm going to go ahead and add my decal and then add a cute little ribbon to it. So let's go ahead and weed this out. I used white vinyl. I thought about using black, but I thought that the white would be super cute. And looks like I missed my little apostrophe here. Oh, don't. Okay, looks like we're going to have to try to get that out. Sorry if my head's in the camera here. The apostrophe between the Y and the A. Well, you know what? Here's what we'll do. I don't want to lose it, so let me try to use my fingers here. Got it. Okay, I'll just leave it on my fingers. And I'm going to read this part out. And then okay, then get my middles here. In fact, I'm going to add my apostrophe on my weeding tool and just add it back into my design here. Now, you will actually see this booyah again. And what I did was I actually had to do a little bit of work with this one. This was actually a solid shape, and I wanted the outline so you could see the pink underneath it. And I'm kind of thinking through this. I don't know if the white is going to show up on this too well, so you might have to redo it and apply black vinyl. What happened was I originally was going to do black vinyl, and then I cut it on white, and I said, you know what, I'll give it a try and see how it looks. And so I'm thinking that it might blend in too much, but we'll see. Leave me in the comments section if you think it blended in too much. But anyways, so this was its own thing, and then I saw this SVG, and like I said, you'll see this in another project, and I wanted them to be connected together, so I created an offset of this SVG, and then I sliced the ghost so it can go within the design here. So I just created my own decal for this particular project here. So I'm just going to cut out my decal here, or my transfer tape, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this out because I don't want to accidentally include that in the size that I need. So actually, yeah, we'll just cut this out here. Okay. Let me cut it up a little further. Okay. Move this to the side here. I'm going to roll it back up and just tape that there. I use painter tape so that way it can unstick without being an issue. And then I will apply this to my decal here. I'm really hoping this white is going to show up. I was creating these, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. You guys, this is not good. Oh, okay. Oh no, and the Y came off. Not good. Okay. Not a big deal. We will just kind of let the vinyl go where it goes. Let me do some surgery. I love when these mistakes happen. I mean, I don't, but you know what? I feel like we've all been there. And it's good to watch someone see how they fix it so you can get the tips and tricks to learn from me. And you can kind of see the outline of where it was cut, which is very helpful. So there we go. And then the smile. Got that. Okay. Not to worry. We got it fixed. Okay. Let's try this a little bit slower. I was trying to just put it on there and it just was not happening. There we go. Okay. My transfer tape is probably telling me you're doomed from the very beginning because you didn't cut it out on the right vinyl. And yes, I could cut it all out, but you know what? I have it. Yes, it's permanent, but it will peel off if I need to redo it. So I'm not too concerned with having to take it off. All right. I was really worried about those small letters. I was thinking that was not going to come up nicely and that I would have to do a lot of work for that. But honestly, it came up really good. Okay. So, yeah, the white will come out fine. It's just going to be not the easiest, but it's also not going to be that bad. And it's supposed to be ghost, so it's supposed to be super light, right? All right. And the reason why I didn't put my ribbon on just yet is because I don't want to have to worry about trying to center my decal with the ribbon. I would rather center my ribbon with the decal, not the other way around. Okay. So really I'm just trying to make sure it's just centered within the circle, not any other way, because the ribbon will go wherever I tell it to go. Okay, and oh, looks like I need to work it up a little bit better here. All right. Okay, there we go. So a little bit, I think black would have been better, but you know what? That's okay. You can still see it. If you can't, let me bring it up a little bit so you can see it. So I really like it. It is what it is at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in this ribbon that I have. Again, I think this is the Ribbon Boutique. I think this is Hobby Lobby brand. And actually, I think I have this too. And I got it on clearance. I think I might use this. I'll put this one to the side. Okay, and then I will make a loop like this. And you need it to be wide enough to go over our doorknobs. So I'm going to give maybe a little bit more. Okay. All right. Got that. Let me go ahead and get out my staple gun here. This is from Amazon. And I could use the hot glue gun, but we'll use the staple gun for extra stability. And now I'm just simply trying to center my ribbon with my decal. And I'm just going to hold it up just so I can see, because I need it to show up right. And it's hard for me when I'm having it face the other direction. So, okay, I think that looks good to me. And I am going to staple that there. And again, I'm just making sure that this, if I hang it up, it's going to hang it up, or it's going to line up nicely. Okay. Here we go. Oops, don't want to move it. Okay. There we go. So it looks like I need to staple it up here though. So that way it does not get too flimsy. Okay, that's a lot better. What do we think? We like it? Yeah, I think it would have been cute if I had the black vinyl, but it's still, I think, still cute either way. Okay, so that is our Booyah with a little cute little ghost. Let's see how this, it's like a Tetris game here. That is our little cute little wood round that I'm going to put on my doorknob in my front door. So let's go ahead and move on to the next craft. Next craft is this cute little pumpkin swivel that I got from Target. And I really liked it, and I thought it would be really cute to put a cute vinyl on here and have it displayed in my kitchen somewhere. So we're going to go ahead and weed out this vinyl here. And oops, sorry if you guys hear my neighbor mowing the street. Mowing their grass. It always seems to happen when I'm trying to film. For those who don't know, my craft room is in my dining room. So where I live, we don't have basements, and then the other rooms are taken in my house. So we converted my dining room, since we don't use it quite often, and we converted it into my craft room. So this just says pumpkin spice, and I thought that it was a cute little saying given what it's going on. Go ahead and just weed out the middles here. And coincidentally, I actually am not a big fan of pumpkin spice. I'm probably one of the few, unless you are one of those that does not like pumpkin spice. I am not a big fan of it. I tried it again this year to see if my taste buds have changed, and it has not. So actually it has. I don't hate it. I used to hate it, and now it's just like, okay, I'll drink it if it's the only thing that is, available. So, I mean, if they have no other drink, then okay, fine. I'll drink it. But it's not my go-to drink. So, unfortunately, I am not on the bandwagon of drinking pumpkin spice or eating pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving. It's just not my thing. So sorry if I disappoint anybody with my unpopular opinion of pumpkin spice. So I'll just drink my white chocolate mochas from Starbucks, or I also like, let's see, what else do I like? I like vanilla mochas from Dunkin' Donuts, but I'll be honest, I absolutely love Starbucks. So expensive, you guys. So expensive. Okay, I'm sure everyone is aware. Well, just like anything else, right? Everything is so expensive. All right, so I'm just going to trim my transfer tape so that way I don't need more than necessary, just because that could affect lining it up. And what I'm going to do, since this is a larger decal, I'm going to expose a little bit of the transfer tape and then put my transfer tape on my decal. This helps with, in fact, let me do that again. This helps with not applying a whole big transfer tape. It looks like I cut this Cricut too. All at once, and it gives you a little bit of grace time of trying to apply the transfer tape. So when you do that, it creates this little handle, and you just simply use that to help lay down your transfer tape. And it's just, if you work with a big piece, it's really hard to control the transfer tape, and just because it wants to stick onto everything. And I mean, obviously that's what it does. So it just makes things a little easier, especially even with a larger piece than this. It's such a good way of going about adding your transfer tape to your decal. Okay, so I'm just burnishing the front and the back. I'm going to start peeling back my background. I'm already having an issue, so let me just make sure I get it good. All right, let's try this again. All right, looks like I'm gonna have to use my weeding tool. See, it's trying to peel that off, and I'm not sure why it keeps on doing that, but again, maybe it's just a bad batch. I've been using the same one, so that's probably what it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring this back into the frame here, and let's go ahead and apply my vinyl. So we can use, in fact, let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to use the parchment paper. I don't know if I really need to. Let's see here. I'm just trying to find a piece that will fit my Lazy Susan pumpkin thing. That's the name. That's the proper name of this. Not really, but we're going to pretend it is. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put it on our parchment paper, expose a little bit of, ideally you would want to expose just the transfer tape because you don't want to have your vinyl sticking on your surface. Excuse me. But I don't have that much to work with, so I have no other choice. So see how I can move it around and not be committed to, this is why I really like working with iron-on, because I don't have to use this parchment paper. But you know what? It is what I had at the time when I was crafting. So let me just see how that looks. Let me just put it down like that. And then I'm going to hold it up to make sure it's kind. This is such an awkward shape, y'all. Like, it is so, yeah, I'm definitely, let me see if I'm off. Okay. It's such an awkward shape. I mean, to try to center this as well. So it's not, let me just put it this way. It's not easy to try to center this in all directions and make sure it's straight. So I still think, let me just go ahead and measure this. Let me see. I got about, okay, let me see. And I'm not even sure if I'm measuring in the right area because it's such an awkward shape. All right, oh, looks about right. If it's not, you know, it's part of the charm, right? All right, so you want to make sure that this top portion is down pretty good. And then you want to lift this part up and try to slide your parchment paper away and then slowly put down your decal. You don't want to have any bubbles, and that went down really smooth. Oh, I love Lazy Susans. It's nice. You just smooth it around and nice and smooth. Okay. All right. This should be good to go, but let's try, let's try a different end. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way here. Yeah, that looks like it worked a little bit better. All right. Look how sweet. Pumpkin spice. So cute. I love it. This worked really nice. And actually, I think I did a pretty good job centering it. I actually thought I was not going to be able to, but I think that really came out nice. All right, let's go ahead and work on our final two projects for today's video. So I said final two, but I actually have three more to go, and they are something that I'm going to introduce. I'm going to add the decal to my cups, but in the next video, I'm going to create a faux whipped cream to have the same theme as candy corn. So be on the lookout. I'm going to be posting that video later this week, and I'm super excited to introduce that to my channel. I don't know how much I'm going to get into doing that with my channel, just because I'm still pretty new with doing faux foods. And I'm sorry for the noise here. But I'm still pretty new with doing the faux foods. But I thought, why not just introduce it, see if everybody likes it, and if we have some interest in it, then I'll actually create some more. It's just something that I have recently been getting into, and like I said, I'm interested in bringing it into my channel. So I had purchased this cup from Hobby Lobby, and I have two cups, and they also have these little cute smaller cups here. And I'm applying decals to the larger cups. And this is from their spring collection. So unfortunately, they don't have have these anymore. But I'm sure that Hobby Lobby will sell them again in the springtime, which, knowing how Hobby Lobby operates, they'll probably start posting or putting up spring things in December. So I'm sure it will come around. Although sometimes Hobby Lobby doesn't carry the same things from each season or from the spring the year before, and so well, hopefully they'll have them. Okay, so I'm going to push this aside. I just applied some rubbing alcohol to my cup just so that way the decal sits on there a little bit better. And while that is drying, I'm going to go ahead and weed out my decal here. And I told you guys that you're going to see that blue y'all again, and here it is. So I'm going to apply it to my cup here. Now, I am a big coffee drinker, but I don't drink out of the mugs. I actually use, oh no, it was on there and then it came off. You know what? I see where where it's at. So I'm just going to be careful. Oh, did I lose it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me see if I can peel that off the transfer tape. There we go. Or not transfer, but the vinyl. But this comma has been, not a comma, but apostrophe has been a stinker for both projects. So, but anyways, I don't drink my coffee out of mugs, and I have plenty of other mugs. I'm just not a big mug person. And for the guests that come and visit, I do have mugs for them. But I bought these mugs with the intention of creating faux foods for decor. And I'm super excited to create some faux foods for Valentine's Day because you can do a lot with Valentine's Day decorations with faux foods. So, and you can with Christmas as well. But I thought it'd be cute to add this decal to this cup. And then I'm going to be adding, and actually I won't do it in this video, but I have these wood rounds, and I'll introduce this again in my other video that I'll be posting later this week. But they're 3.5, I believe they're 3.5-inch wood rounds that you can get these from Hobby Lobby. And I am going to hot glue them to this, and then I'm going to be adding my whipped cream on top of that. So that is what I'll be doing. So I'll explain more about this a little bit later on. But for this video, since we're working with vinyl decals, I thought, well, why don't we just add the vinyl decal to the cups in this video, and then we'll add the fake whipped cream to the next video. So it's a two-parter for this. Okay, so as I told you, I was going to bring this back up again, so hopefully you guys remember this from the last project. And also for those who are going to do this just for your mugs that you're actually going to drink out of. Now mine, I'm not going to drink out of it, so I'm not going to worry about where I place my decal. But if you are going to use this to drink out of, then you're going to want to make sure that you leave enough room for your lip to sip, so that way, because the vinyl is not food safe. So just want to be mindful of that you don't put it too far up. That is going to be, let me cut this out, that is going to intersect with your mouth. You don't want to do that. But like I said, I am not going to be drinking out of these. These are just simply going to be for display. And I'm actually not a baker either, so I just like the faux foods. To me, it's just so much easier. And I think it's fun to decorate your kitchen with some faux foods. So I'm just going to burnish the front and the back. And also, if you're using this idea for your mug, then, you know, the mug that you're going to drink out of, then you want to make sure that you use permanent vinyl. And then you don't microwave it, and you also don't put it in the dishwasher. It's not dishwasher, and it's not microwave safe. So I'm going to use my my scraper tool to, I actually have a, actually I'm going to get it out. It's a cup holder, so I'm going to go ahead and get that out. Okay, so I have my little cup cradle. I got this from Amazon, I believe. So go ahead and do that, or put my cup on there, and then I am going to go ahead and add my decal. And again, I'm not worrying about where it goes as far as how high it is, because again, I'm not worried about with my lip sipping on it. So, because I'm not going to be able to do that once I glue the wood round on it. And that actually looks good. So I'm going to scrape that down. Now you want to be careful with applying your decal to a rounded surface because you may get bubbles. I think I might have some bubbles. No, I just have bubbles in the transfer tape. So you just want to be careful of that. A lot of times you can add relief cuts to help it mold around the surface. And I think that looks really sweet. I have this pink one. Let me go ahead and apply some rubbing alcohol to clean the surface of my mug, just so that way it can help stay on my mug better. Now, if you are going to use these to actually drink out of, then you're going to want the vinyl to cure on the mug before you use it. So give it about 24 to 48 hours before. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and burnish this down because it looks like it's going to come up. There we go. All right. All right, this might be a little stinker, which I thought it was going to, just because it's such a narrow font, but we will power through it. But anyway, so yeah, you want it to sit out for a little while before you start using it. So if you give it as a gift, if you're making mugs for Christmas, just make sure that you at least wait a day or so before you give it to them. And of course, give them the instructions of, not putting it in the dishwasher, and then, not microwaving it as well. So make sure that they are understanding. Now, they do have mugs that you can sublimate on, so then it becomes dishwasher and microwave safe. But unfortunately, with the vinyl decals, you can't do that. Now, I'll be honest. Don't follow what I do. Follow what I say. I dishwash my decals. I did it for a while, and then I'm like, you know what? I craft all the time, and I buy on the cheap. So honestly, if it starts to peel off, then I will just fix it. It's not a problem. So they do last a long time. You just want to put it on the top shelf so that way it doesn't get the full blast heat, and it lasts a long time. So, but again, you do what you want to do. If you want to make sure it lasts a long time, then don't put it in the dishwasher and then just hand wash it. But I just have too many that I don't worry about it. Like I said, if it peels off, I got plenty of vinyl, and I like to craft, so I might as well. And I need content for my channel, and so if it does, and I'll just fix it. Not a big deal. Now, if it's something I really like and I don't want to ever do it again, then yeah, I'm going to be a little bit more mindful of that. So let me go ahead and just add my Z or O back into my design here. And also, you want to try to avoid skinny fonts, to be honest, just because I find that, and again, this is if you're drinking out of it, not displaying it like I will be, but try to avoid narrow fonts like this, or skinny fonts, just because it won't adhere, or it will adhere fine, but it just won't last a lot longer than it would if it was a lot of a fatter or wider font as this. Okay. Go ahead and burnish this down. And there must have been a film on that pumpkin, because you can see that it's a little bit, you can see all this film, whatever was on there. So I think that's also why this didn't stick as well. So this might be, oh, nope. Just when I think it's not going to work, it worked. Okay, call me a liar. All right. Let's go ahead and move this back over. And let's go ahead and see here. This time, I think what I'm going to do is center it here. This one I kind of put closer to the handle here. So I think this one I'm going to center it more on the cup, not so much the handle. And I did that out of habit because I'm used to when I'm doing decals, usually I want to put it closer to the handle so you can enjoy the fine work here. So this time I'm going to be a little bit more mindful of that and not do that. And see here, I'm going to just pull it off screen here just for a second. You guys actually might be able to see it. I just need to see it a little bit better. And then I'll pull it back on the screen. All right, that looks good. All right, so then I'm going to push that down. Yeah, I like it. All right. And you've guys seen this font before. I used it for it's similar to the Hello Pumpkin, so I found this font that's similar. I'm trying to have a little theme going on in this video, so we'll bring all the crafts in so you can kind of see how the cohesiveness that I tried, or maybe not did so good on making them all very similar, but I tried to have some type of theme in my crafts today. So yeah, candy corn. Oh, I think that's so pretty. I could have moved it down just a little bit, but I think it will work. All right, and the final craft of today is this cute milk jug. Has a lid, and again, I am going to create faux food with this one too in my next video. So it's going to be these two and then this one, and I might use the smaller ones. I haven't determined if I'm going to use small ones in the next video, but I figured I had a decal for this one and I didn't have it for the smaller ones, so those are just way too small, and they could just be accent pieces. So I'm not going to really try to weed that out and pretend like I'm enjoying it, because I would not enjoy weeding out small text. It's just not my thing, as I probably have said several times. So I'm just applying some rubbing alcohol, again, just to make sure that it sticks down. And then here's my decal. Now I did this design. In fact, you'll see the ghost is the same as the other ghost that I used, but I added spooky around the ghost thinking that was going to be so cute, but it was such a small font and I don't know what I was thinking, so it just was not working, and I thought, well, I'm not going to make myself upset over this, so I'm just going to simply not worry about it and just pretend it didn't exist, right? Now this ghost is what the ghost actually looked at. Now it was layered in Design Space. It had like this outline to it, but this is what the ghost looked like. And if you guys remember, let me go ahead and bring up that previous, I don't know if you guys can see real well, but this ghost is the same thing, but I offset it and then sliced it out. So this is what the ghost looked like. And then I just did a hollowed out ghost because I wanted it to be a cute little pink ghost. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead, see if I can use this transfer tape one more time. Hopefully I will. And unfortunately, I'm just going to have to get rid of this just because it has that film on there from that wood from Target. So it's just not going to be worth the hassle of trying to get that to work with something else. And I'm honestly going to be surprised if this is going to work another time. Okay, luckily it's just one part, or just one little decal here. And then I think I could just use this to put it on here. Up. And then, let me see here. All right. Just stay still, will you, please? All right. Now this one, go down the center here and then mold the one side and then come over and mold the other side to the shape of your bottle here. It looks like I got a little bubble, but that's okay. All right. Let me pull that up. Oh, look how cute. Oh, love it. It's good. And trust me, in the next video, you're going to see how cute that little ghost is going to be. And I know I didn't center it here. I tried to center it through here because this, well, you'll see in the next video of what I'm going to do with this. So I'm excited to show you this. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring in all the crafts and look at them all together. So here is all of our awesome crafts that we worked on. I really liked this one because of the glitter vinyl that I used on this. I thought it was really cute. It's different and it will look cute just sitting there. And also I liked how this ribbon paired with this so you can see some type of theme going on there. And of course, all of these kind of go together just because these will share the same vinyl color. And then of course, same with this one as well. So I really liked this one. I thought this one was super cute. And I am excited to go ahead and display that. And then I also really liked the fact that these two play on each other with the little ghost here. And also I think that it's super cute that the Booyah, you can see it again in the coffee mug here that I will be working with. And then, of course, I like these two mugs together. We're going to go ahead and craft with this in my next video. So these are not done. And I think that it's cute that they all kind of go together. So they're going to be displayed near each other. And then, of course, I really just love this Lazy Susan. I think it's really pretty and it's something different. I like how it says pumpkin spice and it's shaped like a pumpkin. So anyways, well, that is all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm new to all of this, but I'm not new to crafting. I have a lot more videos I plan on for the future. Christmas is going to be crazy. We're going to have a lot to do for Christmas. And then just when you think it will slow down after Christmas, I will have more craft videos because I just love to craft and I craft as much as I can. And I hope that you guys will enjoy these videos. Thank you. Have a great day.